Hi guys, I'm Jocelle, the founder of Asian Pop Weekly, and I'm really excited to announce that we're actually turning 10 years old in August. How amazing is that? I can't even believe it. Anyway, in order to commemorate and celebrate this, I wanted to share some burning FAQs that a lot of people have had for me about the website and everything that we've done over the years. So let's get into it. So basically, I started Asian Pop Weekly when I was 15 years old. I think it's really, I was basically a child. I mean, I was a child, but I started it because I was based in Australia at the time, and I was looking for a lot of resources to learn about Chinese music, and a lot of them were in Chinese. My Chinese wasn't great at the time, and so I decided, why not? At least even if I put everything to Google Translate, I can still create something that people can understand rather than a badly translated article. So that's kind of how it all started. But I think over the years, Asian Pop Weekly has grown a lot as a platform. And our goal has become not just to provide an accessible platform for people who speak English to learn about Mandarin music, but to really use music to kind of cross the borders and help to make our culture more accessible for people living overseas, be they members of the Asian diaspora or people who just want to know more. So I think bridging cultures and cultural gaps has always been our goal, and I'm so glad to hear that hear stories from all over the world from people who have been influenced or inspired by what we do here. I get this question a lot, whether it's a passion project or if it's full-time, and I don't think technically it's not full-time. I don't do this full-time. I do have a full-time job, but at the same time I wouldn't say it's just a passion project, because as you know, I've been running this for 10 years, and I don't think it constitutes a passion project, because for me it very much is a full-time thing. But at the same time, I don't spend all my time doing it, because I do like to do other things and get experience in other areas of the music industry, which I find comes back and helps me to grow Asian Pop Weekly and learn more about how I can do more with the platform that I have. So I would say it's a full-time passion project. And the short answer is just no. We've been running for 10 years and I don't make any money off the website, and neither do our contributors. Everyone is just here because they're passionate about Mandopop. They want to share more about the Asian music scene with people who don't really know much about it, or people who want to know more about it. So short answer is no, but at the same time, I think this website has given me so much over the years. All of my current jobs and all my previous opportunities, all of them were because people were inspired by what I've done with Asian Pop Weekly, and I hope that we can extend this opportunity and the value that comes from being associated with Asian Pop Weekly to our contributors as well. My biggest aim for Asian Pop Weekly, in the near future, is to be able to pay my contributors, because I feel they really deserve it, and I've been in that position where I've done a lot of work for free, and I think especially in the journalism industry, it's not easy to find very sustainable methods of creating content with commercial payback, but at the same time you are keeping that journalistic integrity there. So I feel I really do want to give back to my contributors especially, but still looking for a way to do that in a way that sits well with me. Yeah, there's a lot of moments, and I can't pick one, but okay, one that happened quite recently was that I was doing an interview with Dinah. Is the camera still rolling?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
I was doing an interview with Dinah Wang, and I really like her and her music. So I just was really happy to be talking to her and exploring more about her new music. But at the end of the interview, she said to me that she was like, oh, by the way, Khalil sends his compliments. And I was like, what? And she was like, oh, I told him that I was doing this interview with you, and he said, oh, she writes really great articles. And I was just because I have been a fan of Khalil for so long. Since 2007, and he was one of the first people who let me realize that, you know, Asian music or like Mandarin music is more than just, you know, like ballads and like sad songs, you know. And I really like R&B at the time, so he was really one of the first people who, you know, put that idea into my mind that I could do something like East meets West with Mandarin music and to like promote it in that way. So it was like kind of like everything like coming full circle. Yeah, but if I had to, I really don't think there's one big accomplishment that I can share right now, but I think I always feel that Asian Pop Weekly is like my compass for whenever I feel like lost, or like when I don't know what's next for me. Like I always know I can come back to Asian Pop Weekly and all the values that it holds. So whenever I'm in like a situation like that, I'm really grateful to have Asian Pop Weekly, because I feel like it's something that fulfills me, and every time I think about it, it just makes me happy. Nothing about it makes me sad, and I hope that it feels that way for anyone else who contributes for our website, or you know, reads our website as well. Our team has about 9 people, like 9 contributors all over the world. We have people in New Zealand, in Canada, in Singapore, and in America, you know, all places. And I'm really grateful for like all the time that they've like contributed to Asian Pop Weekly over the years, be it big or small. We have people who do lyric translations. We have people who do write-ups like album reviews or news reviews, news articles, features, and of course we have an admin person and also a graphic designer who helps us with everything. Yeah, I don't know if I should say their names right now, but thank you. You guys know who you are. I think it's just come down to like a personal goal that I've set for myself this year. Especially, I think in past years, you know, I haven't been as on top of it with content. I mean, I think last year was a pretty good year for Asian Pop Weekly as well, but it's always, in previous years, it's always been like a regret of mine that like sometimes because I work or other stuff gets in the way, that I haven't been able to like put 100% of like my effort into creating the best content for Asian Pop Weekly as I can. So I think this year, like, it was one of my resolutions to try and see how far I could go with it and push my limits to create like really good content and see where it takes Asian Pop Weekly. So I think if for any like writers or like media content creators out there, I guess my secret would be time management. I already have a lot of Excel sheets which I like, you know, I have a calendar like week by week, and I have a quota of like how many articles that I want to write per week. And I don't think this works for everyone, especially I think it's just because I've been doing it for so long. So it's become second nature to me to want to express how I feel about music through articles. But yeah, that's the key. Time management and passion. I think short answer, it's just passion. Like, I don't really know where this passion comes from exactly, but I think it's a combination of like all my experiences and my background, being someone born in Singapore but raised in Australia, and wanting to create a community where people could access knowledge that would help them to better find their roots, or to understand more about another person or another group of people. So it's very clear that I don't do this like for money. Like, it's very much an intrinsic passion, and I don't know, like, I just, even like 10 years in, I still feel like, you know, I could do this for another 10 years and another 10 years and another 10 years. It's just something that's 100% intrinsic to me. Like, I feel like it's my responsibility to create this content, and to, in a way, I think we also support a lot of artists, because when they read our stuff, they also feel like, wow, like, you know, this is a different perspective to what I'm doing, and it opens doors for them to kind of think about possibilities in a different way. And when they think about these possibilities, especially when it's in regards to like cultural differences or like bridging cultural gaps, then I hope that they too can, you know, share this message, or, you know, have this realization that there's more to what they do than just creating content, you know, it's meaningful content. They have this influence. And so I really want to continue helping them to inspire other people. And also from a more community perspective, like I've just seen so many people who have been inspired or who this website has helped over the years, and that's something that drives me constantly. Thank you, basically. I still remember when I first started the website and it was only really like 10 viewers in a month, and it would maybe just be like, you know, 0 0 0 0 like 10, and that 10 would make me so happy seeing that there were 10 people who were reading my website. And I mean, there's been a lot of doubt over the years from like people, you know, like, is this gonna work? Like, what do you do? I'm not really sure where you're going with this, whether this can be a career or even like a sustainable project. So it's really because of you guys, you know. You read my site, you react positively to my content, you share it. Like, if not for you guys, then I wouldn't be so fulfilled with what I'm doing and able to, you know, be constantly motivated to keep creating change in both the Mandopop industry and also the, you know, Asian music scene, and also the Asian diasporic scene in general. So thank you so much. I wouldn't be here without you, and here's to another 10 years. That's right. I'm so ready.